Seth Rollins is scheduled to defend his Intercontinental title against Dean Ambrose at the 2018 TLC pay-per-view, but backstage officials have not yet picked a stipulation for the match yet, and because the tables, ladders, and chairs stipulation has already been selected for the Braun Strowman-Baron Corbin match, WWE will pick a different stipulation for Rollins vs. Ambrose. So today I will count down the 5 rumored stipulations for Dean Ambrose vs. Seth Rollins at TLC 2018. Recently on an episode of Monday Night Raw, Dean Ambrose tricked Seth Rollins by leading him into a boiler room. Ambrose said that boiler rooms were a second home for the Shield, because this is where the Shield used to do their backstage promos. It has been many years since there was a boiler room match, and the perfect time to bring it back would be for the Ambrose vs. Rollins TLC match. Back in 2016, the first ever Asylum match was held, which featured Dean Ambrose defeating Chris Jericho. The match took place inside of a steel cage, and featured a straitjacket, barbed wire 2x4, and nunchucks. This match was heavily criticized by fans at the time, but the match might be brought back for the TLC pay-per-view in 2018, for the Dean Ambrose vs. Seth Rollins match. But if the match does come back, it will be completely different. And even if the stipulation is not picked for the Ambrose and Rollins match at TLC, it might be used at some point down the line, possibly for the Ambrose vs. Rollins match at WrestleMania 35. At past TLC pay-per-views, a tables match has taken place, and that might be happening once again at this year's TLC pay-per-view. Dean Ambrose vs. Seth Rollins could end up being a tables match, so that both wrestlers don't have to lose by pinfall or submission, because the loser will be the first one to go through a table. And this will be done to keep the feud going strong, going into 2019. One match that has not been held in many years is an Inferno match. The last Inferno match was held in 2013 and featured Bray Wyatt facing Kane. This stipulation would work perfectly for Dean Ambrose taking on Seth Rollins at TLC because of the fact that Dean Ambrose recently took his Shield vest and threw it into a flaming trash can on an episode of Raw, and also because Seth Rollins' catchphrase is "burn it down." The trash can segment was a memorable moment, and Vince McMahon is hoping to capitalize on this by putting Ambrose and Rollins in an Inferno match. Another match stipulation that might be picked for the Seth Rollins and Dean Ambrose match at TLC 2018 is a ladder match. The Intercontinental title has been on the line in many ladder matches in the past, and the belt will be up for grabs for the Ambrose-Rollins match at TLC, so it makes total sense to have a ladder match be picked as a stipulation for Ambrose taking on Rollins.